Hey, good afternoon. How are you? Hop on in, come along and say hey when you are here. I'm just going to go ahead and see if I can, with this very aged tablet, share this to my personal wall. Oh, look, I can. How exciting. That's fun. I'm live. So when you're popping on in, please go ahead and say hey. Please give me a shout. If you're watching us on the replay, again, please don't be shy. Please let me know why you're here. Please say hey. With Facebook now, there are many algorithms. And if you are a silent watcher, then what tends to happen is Facebook doesn't think you want to see that anymore. So despite the fact you are turning up regularly for that post, for that viewer, for that person on social media, if you are staying quiet in the corner, look at those nails, Facebook doesn't think you want to interact. So they won't always let you know that that person is live next time. So if you do want to see me and any of the people that you enjoy watching their madness on Facebook, please pop over, make sure you interact, make sure you like, make sure you sprinkle these videos all over Facebook, click the SHARE button, tap loads of love and comment, interact. This is, I do these lives for you, so please make sure that you are having a say as well. So this live today is going to be about the power of a second income. I'm talking to a lot of people right now about what I do with my business. If you don't know, I've been running my own work from home business with Unique for 4 years, over 4 years now. In that time, I've built a team of almost 350 women. I've spoken on stage in front of thousands of people. I've done things I didn't ever think was at all going to be possible. And I've done that from having quite an initial lack of belief in myself to quite substantial self-belief now, because I know what I can achieve. So when I talk to women, a big part of my business is helping women do what I do, kind of taking them back to me 4 years ago and showing them what I've done. And if it's for them, offering them the opportunity to do it. And a lot of time I speak to women and men, it's open to men too. And the conversation is about the power of a second income. And it surprises me how many millionaires I've got on my timeline, because everybody seems that they're really not interested in extra income. That the amount of people that, nah, I'm okay with extra money, you're okay, thanks, I'm not bothered. And that baffles me, because money makes the world go round. Whether it's a comfortable living, a wealthy life, or just a happy life with enough food on the table, money makes the world go round. It's something that we all need to get by. Whether we pretend not, we're very British and we pretend that's not the case, but we all need money. Hey. The funny thing is about mindset, about money, is that traditionally we are told that you are supposed to work 40 hours a week plus for 30 years for somebody else to help them build their dream. And even if you work for a big corporation, you will never meet the person that started that business. Every business was started by an individual person and a plan and an idea. The biggest companies in the world were started by one man, one woman, one idea, one plan, one goal, one vision, okay? It was never like X Factor, where they were like, let's all put people together to come up with a business. Reality TV shows have created brands and products now, but it all starts with one person and one idea, right? But the idea of the human nature is that we work for 40 years, for 40 hours, being out of this house every day, and that is traditional, that is safe, right? That is the way we do our income. That is how we pay our bills. We commit for 40 years, and I see it all the time. Oh my God, I got the job. And I'm like, yes, girl. You talk about what I do, and people kind of go, oh, crickets, silence. So working for 40 years, for 40 hours a week, for somebody else's dream is absolutely acceptable to you. But working 2 hours a week or 2 hours a night for your own dream for 5 years is completely out of the realm of reasonability for people, because they don't have the time. You don't have the time. Well, how long are you on Facebook? If you don't have the time, what happened in the end of Game of Thrones? If you don't have the time, tell me you don't know all the Kardashians' children's name. If you don't have the time, tell me you don't know who won Love Island. Tell me. We do have the time. What we don't have is the understanding of the power of a second income, the power of leveraging your time. And leveraging is a whole other life, and I'm coming to that later. I'll come to that end of the day. If you've got time to binge watch that Netflix, hi, guess what? Binge watch Orange is the New Black in a week. worked while I was doing it. If you've got time to watch influencer videos on YouTube, if you've got time to watch 16 weeks of Celebrity Get Me Out of Here or Love Island or anything like Big Brother style that goes on, you do have time. You are telling yourself a lie. What you are saying in your mind is, I don't have time for me, I have time for somebody else. I'm going to commit half my existence to going to the same place every day, to not improving my life, but improving my life is far too difficult. I posted about Asda this morning. I have notes to say on track, go me. I posted about Asda this morning. Asda staff are looking at losing about £500 a year in their salary for doing the same amount of work. They're standardising their salary down to a flat £9 an hour for every employee. That is going to mean that I think it's something like every store on average, the staff are on £300,000 of benefits a year. Hustling away, working in a job, being away from their children, to be told they've got to do the same thing and they're worth less than they are before. What a kick in the what a kick in the teeth. It just absolutely blows my mind. And Asda is a secure company. Asda is a safe company. Asda is a big business. People believe that working for a company like Asda is way more secure than what I do, way more substantial. It's a real job, right? They're just cutting people's wages and expecting them to do exactly the same thing. Do you think the CEO of Asda is taking a pay cut? Do you think the directors and the shareholders and the people right at the tippity top, it's affecting them in any way, shape or form? Of course it's frigging not. It's not going to affect them at all whatsoever. They will go along with their merry lives knowing that they are putting families who work at the bottom of the business in hardship. These are the people who will suffer because big companies need to make savings. The lowest paid, the hardest workers. And you still don't think normal businesses are a pyramid. These people at the top will not be affected by this change. And these people at the bottom, the bulk of the workers, earning the least, working the hardest, will suffer the most. That is a pyramid. Financial security is everybody's goal, whether people want to be millionaires or just want to have £100 extra in the bank just to pay for Christmas dinner. Financial security is massive, and whatever that looks like to you is absolutely okay. It doesn't have to be Range Rovers and Louis Vuittons. It can just be never being in debt, putting in your house what you get out, and knowing that when you buy something, it's yours free and clear. But knowing that is enough. That is financial security. And if your only source of income is doing what Asda's doing to you now by making you worse off, how is that going to help anybody? How is that going to help anybody become more financially secure? Asda and these big companies, Tesco, Sainsbury's, are all doing it. They're making people financially insecure by staying working for them. They're literally punishing people to stay employed. What the hell is that? Doing what I do, building a second income using the time you have, is leveraging your time, and I'll come to that in a second. That's a whole leverage, like I said, all of the life. But years ago, we all had second jobs. People went to college and another job and a second. I used to work at a supermarket, and my second job was working in a factory, and it was commonplace when we were younger that we got a second job. Now we're all got older. People around us haven't. We've got children and commitments and all the things that go on, and we don't really have 40 hours a week or 8 hours a week. 40 hours a month, 8 hours a month to go out and work in a bar at the evening or pack flowers 6 till 12, because guess what? Our kids need putting to bed and our kids need feeding. But you can get a second job doing what I do. And you can do it, guess what? On the sofa. You can do it while you're in the car or school. I'm not driving, I'm not advocating that. You can do it in the mornings. You can do it in the evenings. And guess what? You could do it while you were watching Love Island. There's no one or the other. You can sit with your device in your hand, working a business, building a part-time income, using the time that you have, that you already have, doing the things that you enjoy. There is no one or not. I can sit and binge watch Orange is the New Black whilst I'm working. I can do all of the things. I'm trying to find you something next. There's no sacrifice. There is absolutely no sacrifice. It's not a case of one in, one out. I'm going to try and find something, so if I can find it for you. I'm going to show you how much time I use on Facebook, if I can. I already know because I checked it on my phone. but I'm going to see if it will let me have a look. It's on a different device here, so it might not. Settings and privacy. There we go. Do you know how much time you spend on Facebook? For the I don't know have timers. I do. If it loads, I spend... Oh, it's not going to work because it's a different device. On my phone, I spend an average of 4 hours a day using social media. Just using Facebook, okay? I challenge you to go and have a look at that. And you're going to do that by, what I just did was, you're going to tap on settings, which is either a cog in the right-hand side or my tablet's here. And you're going to go down to settings and privacy. And it gives you your time on Facebook. I'm going to challenge you today to have a look, screenshot it and post it below. Let's see how we all compare to the time we spend on Facebook. And then tell me how much money that makes you. Then tell me what leveraged income you're building with that 1 hour, 2 hours. Even if it's 1 hour a day, even if it's 30 minutes a day, even if it's 2 hours a week. Did that make you any money? Because... just to give you an idea, and I can't give you exact incomes. If I tell you that most months, the average hours I spend on Facebook equate to the amount that people at Asda are getting paid per hour. Just the time I spend on Facebook. If you average the time I spend on Facebook, sometimes I'm more, sometimes I'm less, but on the whole, that's the equivalent of what it works out. If I was to break it down, the hours I was on Facebook to how much I get paid for this business, it on average works out what the people at Asda get paid for. I'm on Facebook. I'm at home. I'm in a hospital appointment with my children. I'm in a doctor's appointment with my other child. I'm at the kitchen table doing my other businesses. There is no time that you don't have. Unless you are someone who works 18 hours a day, come home, feed the kids, go to sleep and gets up again. If you have time for social media, you have time to earn a second income. If you have time for Netflix, you have time to earn a second income. If you have time for reality TV, you have time for a second income. I figured out very quickly I had time for this because I had time for competitions, because I'm sat there in the evening and we all forget that's our time. Brilliant, it's our time. Don't take that away from yourself, but make it your time and make it valuable. Don't put a price on your day and then give away your time for free to watching cat videos or Jeffree Star making millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars. Here's what you are missing out on by not getting a second, building a second. This is why everybody should have a second income. Be it doing what I do or doing something else. But this is the easiest way to do it. It's going to help you build a nest egg. So let's say your income's enough. Let's say you've got enough to get by on the month to month, but there's no extras for the future. Sorry, I had a call. There's no extras for the future. If you just have enough to get by, nothing's going to improve. And if nothing's improving, nothing's changing. Where are you going to get that £200 a month if you want to put a nest egg, pay for your kids' future, buy your children, get them to university, take the kids on holiday, plan for your retirement, invest in the future? If, like you work in a company like ours, you just scored your wages away, so you're now worth less than we said you were, you're probably more, and chances are you're more experienced because you didn't start yesterday. So what they're telling you is that you're worth less than you were the day you started. They're devaluing people. If you don't have the money now to build a nest egg, let's say money's fine, you're comfortable. Let's say that you're in a job, local authority, they also still make people redundant, just say what I'm saying. In a job that you absolutely adore. That's incredible. I wish I had that passion. I wish I had a passion for a career that sung to my soul. I am a little digital Del boy. I will find little things to do that make me happy, and that's my jam. Helping people is a big part of it. But if you don't have the extra in your income every month to put something away, how is that ever going to change? Even if you love your job, even if your job is your calling and your passion and the thing you were supposed to do, if it doesn't give you the extras to pay for Christmas or holidays or days out, then how is that going to change? This is what else you're missing out on. You're missing out on little luxuries and big emergencies. My purple card, and we get a purple card with our cat commission on, thank you Emma, has paid from things as lavish as a trip to the Dominican Republic and things as basic as feeding my kids. When Mark's customers didn't pay him and I could come to the rescue with my purple card because we had bills to pay and food to feed the children. Thank you, Chloe. I've spoken to so many women. There's so much going on with our business right now. And I've spoken to so many women who just don't seem to get it. And it's almost like everyone I'm friends with Secret Millionaire because nobody wants to make any money. And I'm like, everybody should have a second income. Every single person should have a second income. And these are the reasons why. Yes, it'll take me to the Caribbean. Yes, that's amazing. It'll also go, Christ, there's no one in the account. Hang on, I've got 120 quid set in my bank account. Perfect. It has done the big, luxurious, ridiculous, it's paid for that, it's paid for my lips, it's paid for my brow tattooing, it's paid for me to go to convention, it's paid for me to go and see my friends, it's paid for all these things, but it's paid for really basic things like school uniform and, you know, just a takeaway, my clothes, my nails. It pays for all these things. It pays for Leo needing a new pair of trainers, Leo growing again and needing a jacket. It pays for really luxurious, extravagant things, and then really serious, basic things that maybe I wouldn't have had the money. The washing machine breaks, guess what? I've got money. The fridge breaks, guess what? I've got money. These things it pays for. Having it there in the background has legitimately been a lifesaver. And you can't tell me that even if you love what you do, like, let's say you're a nurse and you're an amazing human being. Even if you love what you do, that you're not interested in extra money, that extra comfort blanket isn't of interest to you. And even if you're the busiest person in the world, you're still not telling me that unless you are bawling and really no extra money is of complete non-consequential to you, that even if you are busy to earn the money, right? We're busy to build the income. We're busy to build the future. And if that busy isn't getting you anywhere, how is that going to change? So coming on to security, let's say what happens to Asda happens to you. Big companies close down all the time. This last 5 years has been horrific. Chains secure businesses. Tesco, Karen Millen, Select, Coast, Devon's, Jockey Woogie Doodah, Mothercare, HMV, Clinton's, Patisserie Valerie, banks. That's just I Googled in 3 minutes. That's 18 months of our high street shutting down. All things that people have said to me, looking for something more secure. I'm just looking for a real job. These jobs are real and they will let go of you like that if it affects their profit margin. They will reduce your wages, they will give you less money, they will devalue your employment, or they will just let you go completely at the drop of a hat if it doesn't suit them. With having a second income, you have security. You have the power that the win or the failure is in your hand. The choice to get up and earn a bit of extra is down to you. It's not down to anyone else. You are the CEO of the little box of makeup, and the opportunity for you is inside that box. Whatever you do with it is down to you. The training's there, the support's there, I'm there. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, who even knows? But it's all there. There is no waiting at the mercy of the recession, of a credit crunch, of another high street chain reporting it's only made 100 billion, so it's going to make 75,000 people, it's a big figure, do you know what I mean, unemployed, decide that its profit margins come down to the people that make it. Is that really that secure? Are you really that secure? Because when I used to work in a bank, how they let me, I have no idea. When I used to work in a bank, they would say things like, the lovelies say things like, it's not a job for life anymore. It's not a job for life. And I was like, thank God it's not a job for life. I don't want to work here till I retire. But that's what they did. They walked in at 16 and they walked out when they were 65. And that was a secure job. They don't exist anymore. Not in the NHS, not in the mainstream middle class sector, not in councils and nursing. It doesn't exist. A job for life no longer exists unless you are the boss. That's the only way it exists. The only way you're guaranteeing yourself to be secure, to bringing an income, is to hustle yourself and to tell yourself that you are worth more than Love Island. You are worth more than a Netflix series. That all the busyness you're telling yourself. You've been watching me for 4 years. How did your life improve? Tell me. Is your security that secure? Because the people at Asda would have said that 6 months ago. I'm secure. Asda's a big company. I know that our Asda in Boston, I'm pointing, it's not even over there, it's one of the most successful Asdas in the UK. It makes millions. They're still doing it to people because the bottom line is the bottom line. People aren't. Never give yourself to a job that would replace you in 14 days if you drop dead. Your family would be grieving and someone else would be sat in your chair. With a second income, you don't have that. You call the shots. And finally, the other reason that everybody needs a second income is the opportunity. The opportunity for more, both short term and long term. People start businesses like this for all sorts of reasons. Like I said, for security, for £100, for a nest egg, for a buffer, for a moment where they go, oh my God, I get paid in 3 hours. If I sell 10 mascaras, I'm going to make, bleh. It's something like, I can't even think. If I'd sold 10 Epics, I'd make like 40 quid, just so you know. 10 mascaras, 40 quid, £39.60 in my back pocket, just so you know. I get paid in 3 hours. I could place an order for 10 Epics. The order wouldn't even have been shipped. Unique Corporate wouldn't have even had processed that card transaction, but my commission has dropped in my account within 3 hours. The potential of that is huge, and I don't care who you are. The potential of pay in 3 hours is extraordinary. You want to take your kids out for dinner? Sell some mascara. You want to take kids to the beach? Sell some mascara. You need to put fuel in the tank? Sell some damn mascara. But the opportunity, the potential, that is why everybody needs a second income. Because it might be that, yeah, 50 quid a month is brilliant. Apparently, 80% of families in Britain would be massively improved by an extra £50 a month. £50, that's it. It's not a lot. It's not a lot. I earn that in abundance, month in, month out with this business. And I am not at any shape or form at the top, and I'm very honest about that. But what I know about this business is the potential is unlimitless. Completely unlimitless. It's down to you and your opportunity. And you could make £100 a month, but you could be the next unique millionaire. You could be a six-figure earner. You could take it, run with it, completely outstrip me, go round me and up the ladder, and find yourself a six-figure earner in 5 years. You could be the next unique millionaire. You could be the unique seven-figure earner. One of your friends out there are women walking the earth right now who will be seven-figure earners because you're unique. I'm talking millionaires who've never heard of unique. And that is the potential. So it's £50 a month, £100 a month, or let's work for the rest of our life to do something that might change our life. This is a girl here. It's all possible for you. So that is why you all need a second income. And if any of you, in any way, shape or form, could use a second income, and what I've said still hasn't given enough decision to try, come to me. Let's have a chat. Don't feel that you can't tell me honestly what's holding you back. Don't tell me that... Feel free to tell me that you're sceptical, that you don't understand the compensation plan, that is it really that good? Can you get all that free makeup? Feel free to come to me and have that conversation. I will have that conversation with you. And I challenge anyone to come at me honestly, because it's the best opportunity there is out there. And this business, this network, this industry is amazing. This business specifically is the most incredible one. So you all need a second income, and I am the way to help you get it. From me to you, my loves, have a happy Saturday. I'll speak to you soon.